Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to thank you for pressing play on today's video. First, before we get stamping, I just want to remind you that Sale-A-Bration is going on until February 28th this year, 2021. We are a month earlier. We are only running 2 months for our Sale-A-Bration with Stampin' Up! Stampin' Up's fabulous starter kit is always the best deal in the catalog. And during Sale-A-Bration, you get an added bonus of 5 packages of the brand new Designer Series paper that will be in the annual catalog for free. If you'd like more information, please contact me. I would love to have you join my Stampin' family. You can be anywhere in Canada and be part of my Sassy Stampers family of creative people. Okay, today we are going to be using the Touch of Ink. It is a free stamp set from the Sale-A-Bration brochure that can be found on page 12, and it is free with a $120 purchase. The Sale-A-Bration brochure here, we're also using the beautiful Flower and Field Designer Series paper that can be found on page 10. This is free with a $60 purchase. Okay, so we are, like I said, we're using Touch of Ink, and my colors are Just Jade, So Saffron, of course Memento, because I'm going to be coloring with my Stampin' Blends, and I'm using the Light Just Jade and the Flirty Flamingo combo pack. And this is the card that we are going to be creating. And I've also got some Wink of Stella on there. So pretty. Okay, so because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I am going to be bringing in my Pierce mat to give just that little bit more cushion. And my pieces are already die cut and that ready to go. So I'm using the beautiful butterfly image here, and I'm just going to ink that up. Now, although this has a it has a background fill-in stamp, I am not using that. I'm just giving my ink a moment to transfer. There we go. It has this stamp here that fills it in, but I wanted to color with my blends, so that's always an option for these great open image stamps. Okay, so all of the measurements will be found on my blog. You can get there through my link in the description below. So I am just going to give this a moment to dry, and I'm going to take this tiny little offcut strip of a basic black. This is the pattern that we're going to be using, and I always find it easier to place my adhesive on the larger area. So I'm just doing a thin line across that edge, and I am just going to take that and stick it down. Besides all the measurements, the product links will be on my blog as well if you are wanting to purchase any of the items from my online store. All right, so I'm going to come in with my basic white layer there, and I'm just going to place this here where it's going to be sitting so that I can organize where I'm going to stamp my little splatter. as well as my hello friend. I know that this is going to be right here. I'm a very visual person, so I like to place my things down, my layers, before I start stamping, just so that I can visualize where everything is going to be. So move this over to the side a bit because my So Saffron, I want it stamped off. So let's first put this here. And my hello friend, such a great sentiment, can be used for anything. All right, so I want that right about there. Okay, so I am done with that ink pad. So I am going to close that up so I don't stick my fingers in it. All right, let's move that off to the side. And then we are just going to ink up, stamp off, and just random stamp all over the piece of white. And I don't need to go to the left-hand side as my piece of designer series paper is going to be there. So I can see that I want to put just one more up here. So let's, that should, yes, that should be good. Okay, so we have given our image enough time to dry. However, let's come in and glue our pieces together. I always like to use liquid glue as it gives me a little bit more time and wiggle room to adjust if I have not quite gotten it down straight. This is such fabulous paper. I haven't used it near enough. So I thought, as we're coming into the final days, the final 2 weeks of Sale-A-Bration, I better get using and inspiring all you lovely people. Okay, so then I'm going to take my bone folder, and this is my thick basic white. I like using the thick for my card bases as it gives it much more stability. Okay, so now there we go. A fairly simple basic card, but those I find I tend to go to the most as they are so easy to reproduce. So, all right. And then this little offcut here, don't throw these pieces out. I'm going to take it and I am going to, again, put a little bit of adhesive all across the bottom of the inside of my card. And then I am going to take this piece and stick it down there. Make sure that it is even across, and then I'm just going to take my snips. There we have it. So there, the inside has a pretty little decoration as well. Okay, so now let's get to coloring. So I'm going to color in my entire butterfly here. Oh, I see, I forgot my basic, or sorry, my smoky slate dark to color in my butterfly's body. So I'll just have to reach and grab that. Butterflies are all kinds of different colors, so you can let your imagination go wild. Color them whatever colors you prefer. But I chose my colors from the Designer Series paper. And I'm just coloring rather quickly, just filling it in with the light. Not worrying too much. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my dark, and I am going to just here and there add some of that dark, not filling it all in, just giving it a little bit more dimension by adding a bit more of that deeper shade. I am no coloring expert by any means. I just do what I like. That's the wonderful thing about paper crafting and creating. You can choose to do whatever makes you happy when you're coloring and creating things. Your imagination is a wonderful place to start with pulling colors. When we're creating, we don't have to follow the rules, I don't think. If you want a purple butterfly, go for it. If you want a pink butterfly, I am sure that you would find those colors in nature somewhere. I'm just coming over with my light to kind of blend out those lines, so it's not quite so harsh. There's still the definition, but I like that. Now I'm going to come in with my jade, because I thought, let's do the little spots. They're usually a different color. I notice when I see the butterflies in my garden. I'm looking forward to the return of butterflies, as it is cold and snowy here in southwestern Ontario. Okay, so now just going to color him in with the dark. Now we are going to I've got this is from the Layering Circles dies. They are a must-have. Both of these are from that die set. They are one of my go-to die sets. I love being able to layer for the wow factor rather than just having the one color. And I'm putting lots of dimensionals on here because I don't want any sagging. All right. So now we are just going to put this across like this so that we've got some on either side. And now we're going to come in with our Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to add bits here and there so that we've got some of that beautiful glitter. You can skip this step if you're not a sparkly kind of person. I love my sparkle. My Wink of Stella is my embellishment of choice. And there, let's just put some right down in here. There we have it. A quick and easy, pretty card using that touch of ink. And hopefully the camera will pick up that sparkle. So pop on over to my blog for all of the measurements. And while you're there, please use this month's host code if you're shopping with me. If your order is under $200, if it's over $200, don't use the host code. You're going to get host rewards from Stampin' Up. Thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your day to join me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.